everyone, and welcome to another week of This Week in Eorzea, the only Final Fantasy XIV podcast with a cat. And Pyra, welcome.
Hi, I'm not a cat. But I'm here.
Oh my god. Welcome, everyone. We are spooky themed tonight. Happy Halloween. Coming up on Friday. Do you believe it's already Halloween?
I'm in this weird stasis of like, kind of like my brain wants to bypass Halloween and go to like Christmas, which I'm not trying to do.
Oh god.
My emotions are telling me to do, which is bad. And then like the other part of my brain is like, I still think it's May or June. Like I don't know what month it is, if I'm honest.
It's Halloween, but the Mariah Carey's playing in the background. Yeah.
Listen, I love Christmas so much. I love Halloween so much too, but my brain is just like, what if? And I'm like, stop it! Intrusive thoughts! Get out of here! Mariah Carey has a few more weeks before she...
Everything is just going so fast. Now it's kind of like, well, all of a sudden it'll be April and, you know.
Yeah.
But let's, before we get too carried away, bring up my banner here. We can go into the news. We take our time around here. We get everything done eventually. Let's talk some news on the Lodestone, though. What do we got for things going on here? So the cookbook is available.
Yeah.
Exciting, I guess. And your loved ones who are buying it for you for Christmas, make sure to let them know that they can buy it now. It's no longer just on pre-order.
Tis the season to start thinking about those things.
Does anyone use the messaging app Line? If you do, there's a Final Fantasy XIV theme for it now.
Never even heard of it before the Lodestone. I hate to say that, but I've literally never heard of it before Lodestone. So let us know, I guess, if you use Line.
Yeah, let us know. Like I don't know. Stop eating. Sorry. I don't know if it's just the concussion or if I am false remembering, but I seem to recall there being themes, Final Fantasy XIV themes for another messaging app, may or may not have been Line, that I also didn't use. And so this may not be the only one for this program, but if you happen to use it, there's another one, I guess. And let us know, because if I know someone who uses it, I might use it, but...
Yeah. No, it's hard. I use, like, general texting in Discord or social media DMs. Like, I don't really use the other messaging platforms, but who knows? Maybe we're missing out on something.
Yeah. Listen, my husband won't even text me because he prefers the emotes in Facebook Messenger. So he only Facebook messages me, and I'm like, dude, just text me. And he's like, but the emotes are better. I don't even have Facebook installed anymore, but I still have to use the Messenger because the emotes.
Low-key precious,
though. Duty Commenced aired last week, and you can watch the video here. In particular, this part that is queued up at the end here that someone posted in my Discord where he won one of the Pesa lamps. So congratulations on that. I think it was the Fuka lamp. There was the Pesa and the Fuka. Nice. I think it was the Fuka, but congratulations. Yeah.
Congrats on. Nice. I guess that proves, like, just be part of it. You never know.
Right? Could be anyone. Could be you next time. So... but yeah, it was right at the end again, and you just enter in the code word, and then they choose however many names they're drawing, and super easy, you could win. I think all they had him do at the end was just like give his character name and server information and stuff, because they send it to your information based on your Squeenix account, so they don't ask you for any personal information like your address or anything like that. So. Makeup. I think we've talked about this makeup before. It's very expensive Final Fantasy XIV crossover makeup.
I'm excited. Like, I covered this in a couple places this past week. I wrote an article for Murderous Rock, and Like, I've been staring. Like, I've probably been to this product like 9, 10 times. I truthfully want it all, and a lot of it's sold out. Lipsticks are completely gone. The eyeshadow palette is
Oh, you keep cutting out.
20. Oh my, hello?
Oh, hi. Now I can hear you.
Okay, better. Yeah, I've been to this page so many times. It's so hard for me personally to justify the price because like the full eyeshadow palette is like $100, but it's so beautiful. But it's like it's premium. It looks like it's premium makeup. So I am curious who's bought this yet because I don't know many makeup enjoyers in my circle of folks. So I am curious who's gotten this. I believe all the lipsticks sold out in the US. I wouldn't doubt that the rest of it sells out very soon, just because it's kind of how a lot of 14 collabs work. But it's really cool. Looks really neat.
It does, but I mean, like, if I were to spend $100 and a lot, like this is like $160 Canadian. If I were to spend that on an eyeshadow palette and have it like shipped from Japan, like, will it arrive in one piece?
Yeah, I think this is from the North American warehouses. Like, this is actually the. I could be wrong. Like, I definitely need to do a little bit more research. Though this is like their US site. So
is it? Okay.
Yeah, this
is
because
it was the Japanese one we looked at the first time.
Yes, so the Japanese one already launched, and then North America launched 2 days ago. This past weekend, North America launched. So,
yep. 119 US.
I keep looking at it. I keep wanting to justify it. Also, Christmas wish lists are coming up soon. If you have a couple favorite customers in mind. No, I'm kidding. But really neat if you have the money for it.
Yeah, zombie don't need. The fan fest. So this is something you are really excited to talk about, though.
This is something I'm probably going to lose a lot of money to if I am able to get a ticket. So I was honestly bingo card completely out of the water. Because I thought that this was going to be announced this Friday at the Letter from the Producer Live, but it is actually, they did it today. Just like middle of the day randomly. Like, here you go, here's the ticket information. So the TLDR for this is that they are doing lottery again, as they've done in previous years. So it starts with a player exclusive ticket drawing. You must have a valid, active Square Enix account, North American specifically, Square Enix account to register just for your interest. And then on November 10th, they will draw a random number of winners, or not random number, but they will draw at random X number of winners to purchase tickets. And you have less than 3 days to purchase your tickets if you are drawn. And then if you don't, it goes to general admission queues, which, if it's like it was 2 years ago, is also a random lottery. Is not first come, first serve.
So there's no guarantee, no matter how important you are or how important the game is to you, that you'll get a ticket. Nope. So this enters you potentially into the chance to win an opportunity to buy tickets at $249.99 per ticket, $264.93 after fees, US. Now inflation hits hard, but how high is this compared to last FanFest or compared to like a regular con?
Yeah, so compared to last FanFest, one of my friends actually went to the last Fan Festival, and he was saying it's between like a $40 to $50 upcharge from the last per person from the last FanFest. I will say, in comparison to a full convention, say like a New York Comic Con, I can't compare New York Comic Con as well. I know PAX East off the top of my head, a convention like that, it's like double the price, I would say. Because something like a PAX East is like $250, but that's for 4 days, where this is just a 2-day event. So it is pretty costly. However, I think one of the biggest differences between then and now, of course, everything with tariffs and inflation has gone up, but also this is a much bigger venue now that it's going to Anaheim instead of Las Vegas Convention Center. So one of the speculations is because it's going into such a much larger convention center that the ticket price went up, though they can accept a lot more people. The price is probably going to be significantly higher because of the change of location.
Now, yeah, so they do say it here. So that $249.99 plus fees and taxes grants you access to both days. It features the panels, the activities, the photo opportunities, a piano performance, and the concert. And you get the goodie bag with event-themed items inside. So, well, it's a steal essentially.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does cover a lot. It's not just like basic get your foot in the door. It is kind of the whole package.
Right. And one thing I think of too, like, and this is the devil on your shoulder telling you do it, is if I compare this, like literally across the street from the Anaheim Convention Center is Disneyland. Funny enough, it's like a hop and a skip across the street. If you compare the price of these tickets versus like something like that, like a Disney or an attraction like that, it's probably like the same price, if not cheaper in some regard, like around the same price per day price. And it is everything all Final Fantasy 14. Now, last year I know North America kind of had the crap end of the stick as far as like apparently they went all out in EU and JP, and North America didn't get as much. But if you want something, like if you live, breathe, and die like Final Fantasy, it's not like the price is still very high, but it's like it's still probably cheaper than going to something like a Disney World or like going to like a big event like that. So maybe worth it depending on how much you play. I'd say if you played for like a month now, maybe don't think about it.
Yeah. I mean, like there's going to be like a whole bunch of merch and stuff for sale as well here, I'm presuming. So you're probably going to want to reserve a certain percentage of cash to kind of, buy things you see that you just must have.
Yeah. I know I started my calculator for next year's trip and like all the things, definitely look in your budget. Like you need to get there. So you need transportation, you need the tickets, you need to make sure you eat properly, whether that be like dinners out or like, I don't know, just basic necessities. So like definitely it is a premium. It seems like a very premium, like luxury type of thing. So like look at your budget, see if it makes sense, but don't neglect some of those additional costs like merch and food and not walking 12 miles and instead taking an Uber or Lyft or something.
So the moral of the story is if you want a ticket, you're going to want to sign up for this player guaranteed lottery selection process. Right now through Sunday, November 2nd, like you want to get your name in for that. Because from what I understand from the last Fan Fest, they did this, the tickets that were left over after the selection process were like very few in comparison. Like a very small number of people were able to buy them from actual general sales.
I will say too, and I made a video about this that's going to go live tonight. I was in line for the general sales last year because they put like a waiting queue. I was on the website an hour in advance, and the second that they went live, I was in a randomized queue, and I still couldn't get tickets. So it is very competitive.
Wow.
It is like, general admission is also a lottery because I had people who logged in after me that got tickets somehow, but it is like highly competitive. I think within 5 to 10 minutes they were all gone.
So yeah, put your name in if you're at all interested. You don't have to pre-purchase and you don't have to buy if you put your name in. It's just a guaranteed slot to get the option to buy. So if you think you're going to be interested but you're not sure, like put your name in just in case. because FOMO will hit real hard if you don't.
Absolutely.
Tickets are sold via ShowClicks, so they're just warning everyone that you'll get an email if you're selected from showclicks.com. So make sure that's not going to your junk folder. Like, approve that domain ahead of time so you get the email. Because just like Pyra said, it's a very short 2-day window to respond to it before they cut that off. So it doesn't hold your space forever, just for a couple of days, and then they collect everyone's purchases via the amount of total reservations they have, and then they put everything else up for general sales. Yeah. So that's a big deal. Because that's obviously where we're hearing everything 8.0 that they can give us so far. That's the initial 8.0 announcement. That's the initial kind of first trailer. That's exciting stuff to be there for.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is the first hype for the next expansion, honestly. Like you said, it kicks us off for 8.0. And so it's, if you want to be in person hearing about all this stuff, it's the place to be.
Yeah. So that takes place the last week of April, I believe, the weekend of the 24th?
Yes, 24th and 25th. Yep.
Right. So stay tuned for that. The next kind of big save the date upcoming event is, of course, the live letter on Friday, 4:00 in the morning. Yeah, Yoshi P's mystery T-shirt clue for the new job. Thank you, Break. Yeah, yeah. He's always wearing something that betrays, in some way, some very convoluted way, usually the new job. So, the PLL, it's when we were expecting, like, universally, kind of everyone was expecting this news to drop at the PLL. It didn't. So what? Yeah. What are we expecting with the live letter? The genuine question.
Genuine question. Yeah. So we're expecting more MSQ, of course. We're expecting some information about the new, like, we'll probably get, like, new dungeon, new, like, the normal formula. New dungeon, new extreme trial, new trial. Trying to think of what else that we've kind of speculated. I was honestly speculating this news about live letter to happen then, and it didn't, which I was just like, oh, okay, well, we got that early. I think
we're getting the variant and criterion, but yes. I don't know, have they given us a theme for that yet, or just that we're getting one?
I don't think we have a theme, honestly. So, yeah, I mean, there's still a lot that's kind of in the air. I'm trying to think of what else we're expected to hopefully get. Cosmic exploration? ? I know some people are saying cosmic exploration and phantom jobs. We're due for some new additional phantom jobs in Occult Crescent. So those are kind of it. Oh, and then the thing that I do literally more than anything in this world, rate the final tier of Arcadian, the final batch of Arcadian normal and savage raids.
That's not going to come out before 7.5, is it?
That should be December. I think it's earmarked to come out. So we're expecting, I believe, I'm kind of looking over at my rhyme and reason, December. my husband / healer in my static / knower of all dates. December we're expecting to get the last tier. So you wait.
Okay. So I mean, normally we'd take a look at a bingo card, but honestly, like, my life is an entire bingo card right now, and I can't figure that out. So
we're doing our best. We're doing our best.
We finally get to see the CEO of Alexandria, NVIDIA.
That
guy's what's been turning people into. Yeah. Oh God. Hey Zoam.
Hi Zoam. Congrats on your Pysa.
Congratulations.
Not the Pysa, the Fuka.
The Fuka. Yeah.
Fuka.
Congrats. Okay. Well, I think that's kind of everything upcoming. There's going to be so much to talk about after the live letter. So here's the $1 million question, and we'll see if you can win this for us. Have you done anything more in 14 since last week in terms of patch content and like all the stuff we were talking about that we needed to do, Hildebrands, role quests, like anything?
I helped somebody get through Pilgrim's Traverse.
Hey,
It was on brand. It was patch content, so
there you go.
Yeah.
We got our clear on Pilgrim's Traverse. Yeah, so you know. God.
Yeah, it was a Pilgrim's Traverse week. Yeah, that was. I had already. I don't remember. I think I cleared before last Monday, so then now I had helped somebody else get their level 100.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't done anything else. I haven't unlocked the Yakoi. I haven't done Hildebrand. I haven't done anything else. But we got our Pilgrim's Traverse clear. So I am supporting Yoshi P in collecting valuable data for his information.
Exactly. I'm obsessed. Like I want to go back into Pilgrim's Traverse like every week. So not a bad cause.
No, and with a challenge log entry that facilitates that, why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zoam used line when he lived in Japan. Okay, that kind of matches. I thought it's not really used much here. But I mean, I guess I could look up to see if it's compatible with other messaging apps, like if you could message people on different messaging apps from it, but I'm going to be stuck using Facebook Messenger for the rest of my life.
Warpig, no!
Warpig! Yeah, I need to do the Yakoi quests. I do. Okay. What else was I going to show off? Oh, we do have, each of us, as we posted in the This Week in Eorzea Discord, costume screenshot contests things going on for our communities that are in desperate need of additional participants. So if you like things in game, like mounts, minions, and Gil, make sure to submit entries before Friday. Have you had any standouts?
I've got a handful. So I've gotten a small handful of people who have entered on my Discord, and there's some fun ones. There's some non-spoopy fun ones too, which I really appreciate because my brain for Halloween usually goes like the spoopy route, goes like witches and ghosts and skeletons, and I've had some that are more like kind of cosplay like, and like I appreciate that because it makes me stop and remember that it doesn't always have to be spoopy.
Yeah, like we got some here.
Oh,
I really kind of like the Alice one, honestly.
Yes. I love the use of backgrounds, first of all. Like, not just the costume, like putting them in the themed environment. Nice. I'm obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters, so like,
yeah,
automatic win.
So this is my Discord. I kind of have up on the screen now. We have also a popular vote portion of it where the ones with the most reactions get prizes. So make sure to stop by, even if you're not participating, and react to some of these. Some of them are really good. But the community thrives from diversity. Yeah, so the more the merrier. So if you have the chance before Friday to take an in-game screenshot, really the only requirement, and everyone has done it here so far, is just to make sure you have your character name and the date on there so I can verify that it's your character and you didn't take it 5 years ago. That's it. It just has to be current for this season. Yeah. Did you have any I should pop over and share, or?
Nice. I have a handful if you want to. I can tag you for quick. Boop. Quick access. Hopefully.
Oh, you're typing. Oh, you're not typing. What is going on? Oh, do you just tag me in it?
Yes.
Listen, Debbie will figure this out. It's the brain injury, okay?
Here you go.
It's
I
the
DM'd
brain
you
injury.
too. It's the concussions. The concussions.
Oh, is this whole thread just all new? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like 4. We got 4 in there. We got 3 prizes and 4 people. So far, the odds are really good for these.
Right? That's the thing, though, is, yeah.
Yeah. So we got Honkai, like a lot of like cross-game references. So like, I know a lot of people in my community play Honkai Star Rail. So we got some honk.
Yeah, you almost never see a Dusk, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I didn't even notice that was a person at first.
It's so fun. It's Shard's very Halloween. Shardbear, he's been on the like spoopy train too, like a different Halloween costume or outfit every day. It's been great. And then
nice.
Cute little Lalafell Love with the Tomberry lamp in the background.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
You're welcome
so
to
definitely
your Dusk White elephant.
Links will be in the description again to Discord, and both links to both contests are in the This Week in Eorzea Discord, which I know Pyra can click a button and make appear in chat at some point.
Oh, it'll go there. Don't you worry. Getting that coming right away.
There we go. Okay. So let's change topics to the hot topic, which is the spookier, more traumatic side of 14 and where you can find it. So we're going to try not to talk about each of these in depth because spoilers, but we are going to mention some things that maybe if you haven't gotten as far as Endwalker, you might want to plug your ears for. There's a lot of MSQ things that they kind of gloss over a little bit, and then there's a lot of side quest stuff that is just plain kind of dark and scary. There's so much that I can't even talk about it all, but we'll find some of our favorites and we'll spend a little bit chatting about it. If you have a favorite dark and scary part of 14, let us know, because we can talk about that too. So these are in absolutely no particular order. I scanned Reddit for kind of the best ideas, and I agree with a lot of these. So let's get started. Pyra's like a self-professed not lore person. Yay.
I'll clear the record. I love lore. My brain does not retain. Like if you mention things about it, it'll likely jog something. But if somebody said like, remember that thing in that time, I can't remember. It takes a little bit of jogging. I do pay attention to lore, but it's like history. I cannot remember it to just come up with organically. Like I need a poke and a prod to get the memory going.
Okay. So this first one already mentioned Sumbode in chat. This bans pretty much all of A Realm Reborn. This is the Edda story. This is the Edda story that starts in like the very first MSQ quest of the game, where you're getting. Is it if you start in Gridania, or is it a little later on once you get to travel? Mother Miyun and Gridania kind of points you over to a table saying, don't be like those there failed adventurers. And you look over and they're having a bit of a conflict because someone was very gravely injured in their last fight. And it was the healer's fault, because of course it was. And then the healer doesn't grow and get over it. She takes it incredibly seriously. And things become much worse. You meet that party later on outside of the Sastasha dungeon, I believe. And then you see them in Tamtara. You see them in Tamtara Hard. You see them in Palace of the Dead. This story grows, evolves, and becomes very dark and disturbed. It involves a decapitated head being carried around for several weeks in someone's bag. And it involves void scent and devils and demons and hauntings and stuff like that. In fact, you can see the ghost of the character Edda appear in some of the starting cities until the Palace of the Dead is resolved. What do you think? What are your impressions of this whole Edda arc, and have you experienced it all?
I have experienced it, and I also that was at a time where I didn't pay attention to MSQ. Sadly, back in like the Realm Reborn days, I've just since changed my ways. But yeah, no, I do tend to forget. Like, anytime I've gone against Edda in like a dungeon or something like that, like, I forget how dark the storyline is until somebody's like reminding me, and then I'm like, oh. And that was like early on. That we're in a Realm Reborn, which is wild. They were not above, beheadings and torture, which is just pretty wild.
Yeah, so here's the bit of a spoiler if you haven't. Like, she's a poor, like, they're all new adventurers. This poor conjurer heal, like, not even a white mage, this poor conjurer healer accidentally had the tank, who happened to be her betrothed or husband, I think betrothed, die on her. She couldn't keep him alive and he died. Because in Eorzea, unless you're a special adventurer like us who's been chosen by the crystal, you can't be brought back to life. That raise doesn't work on normal people. So he died, and she felt so guilty she couldn't let him go, so she carried his head around with her for a while, unable to get over it. Instead of consoling her, the rest of the party members blamed her for his death and kind of pushed her away. And so she crawled into a dungeon to die to be with him, and was kind of taken by some void scent and becomes a villain that we have to put down eventually. It's all very terrible.
Come play Final Fantasy. We have that.
Oh my god. But honestly, I love the whole thing, from the ghost that appears of her from time to time to, in subsequent expansions, talking to these adventurers later on and them explaining how they've been haunted by her, and especially the little Lalafell, who's just like at the very end, like, I just can't take this. This needs to stop. Sort of. It's all wonderful. Check it out if you haven't already. Do you know the story of Witch Drop, the canyons in Corthus?
No.
So we get exposed to this at the beginning of Heaven's Word, actually, where we're brought there because someone who was accused of heresy was going to be thrown in, who happened to be a friend of Harshafont's. So we go and we rescue him. But those canyons there have a long history of people being thrown in after being accused of witchcraft or heresy. If you hit the bottom and die, you were innocent. So that's
great.
So yeah, there's a bunch of very not nice things at the bottom, because in Eorzea, if you die while experiencing severe emotion, part of you can be left behind. So there are ghosts and monsters and all sort of like nasty stuff down there because of that. Yeah, Witch Drop isn't a great place. There's a ghost down there.
I was gonna say that's just bringing me back to, like, as someone who has grown up in New England in the United States, like, that's just Salem witch trials all over again. We're going back to the 1600s.
Yeah. So we don't have to go very far in this traumatic little Eorzea of ours. Some terrible things have been happening. But then, like, that's Ishgard. Now, Ishgard, remember, is the country where people can drink a drop of someone's blood and become a hideous beast. And not only that, but family members are encouraged to kill people who can or might or potentially may in the future do this. And rat them out into the church where they can be tortured and put to death before that happens. So it's very lovely.
Just don't forget your Ishgardian tea.
A lot of things in the game, for side quests and that sort of stuff, are actually void sent, because void sent can wear corpses. So if there is something dead, a void sent can just put it on. It's like an Edgar suit in the Men in Black, right? They could just masquerade. In fact, the Fat Cat mount is potentially in the item text, like mouse over, it specifies that is one of the options as to why the Fat Cat can fly, is because it is a fluffy cat that died and got inhabited by a void sent. It's terrible.
That is so hardcore and so terrible at the same time. How is that a thing?
Yeah. In the Sastasha dungeon, this is the first dungeon, by the way. Mm-hmm. There is a room full of sexual slaves that you can actually go in and talk to them, and they say some really like heart-crushing things because they're very aware of their circumstance and they don't know why it's happening. So if you haven't explored all of that dungeon, check it out. I mean, dungeons don't just go out of their way to check this place out, because it's not like the fastest route through the dungeon. You have to actually go out of your way to get it. So unless you specify you're a new player and you want to see it, like most MSQ roulette run, or most roulette runs, just won't go anywhere near it. So
where is it in the dungeon? I feel like I've done Sastasha like hundreds of times.
So there's a door, like there's the giant like tavern room where you've got all the tables and all the wenches and stuff that are there, and then you've got like the captain's doors in front where you go to get the key to unlock the wave gate. It's to the left. So you go all the way over there and you go down a little cavern tunnel, and there's like a jail cell at the end that's filled with these women. Yeah.
I feel like that's an Easter egg. Like, I've never heard of that before, and I've done that fight for over a decade. Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yeah. No, it's pretty crazy. This one is a little bit Shadowbringers. Like, there is so much to be said about Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers has a bunch of really dark, really terrible things happen. Like, I'm just gonna say a word. I'm gonna say, oh god, what's her name? It just left my brain as soon as I thought of it. Alize's friend. Right.
Tesleen! Yes, Tesleen, thank you so much. Tesleen, like, I saw her face and I saw the melting, but like, I did not
there's just too much. But the Fouth and the fairies from Ilmeg have actual very dark backstories. That kind of betrays the shiny, happy feel of Ilmeg, because a whole bunch of very terrible things happened to cause these fae to be as they are. Kind of spoilers if you don't already know. Plug your ears. All the fairies are dead kids. And all the Foth are like drowned children. So it is very creepy when you start putting that into the context when they want you to play with them and join them, and it's a little bit
sad. It's like, oh fairies.
Ooh. Yeah. They just never got a chance to play when they were alive. Tonberries.
Good for shame.
So Tonberries suffer from a plague that took out their entire civilization and changed them into those malice driven monstrosities, the knife wielding monsters that you know, that can use your own hatred and karma against you in battle. They're terrifying for anyone who's played Final Fantasy games in the past. Like tonberries are nothing to mess with. But at the end of is it Wanderer's Palace Hard? If you watch the cutscene where after you take down the final boss, like a lot of people skip it or even have it set to auto skip for dungeons you've been through. After you take down the boss, like an entire swarm of tonberries come and start like stabbing the corpse to death. They're a little bit brutal, but they are misunderstood. They were once Lalafell like the rest of us, but turned. You can find more about the tonberries in the Scholar class quests, where they kind of go into that. Another creepy.
Sad so far, like creepy but sad, like all
okay.
sad.
Okay. How about Boja? How about the Boja lore? Where all the bosses and the big monsters you fight in Boja are actually Hrothgar who were experimented on and changed and mutated into the monsters you see.
Oh my god.
Even the ones in Delubrum Regine, like the really like three-bladed ones, yeah, those are Hrothgar stitched together and experimented on and potentially cloned to make more of them. It's not great.
It's messed up. That's so messed up.
The Gridanian Goldsmith. So on a lot of our minions that are void sent automatons, like the Succubus and a couple that drop from the Void Arc series and maybe even Calcabrina, they all refer to a Gridanian Goldsmith who created them all, who was executed, hanged, for summoning Void Sent intentionally. And he misused the Void Sent. He summoned them to take advantage of them. And you can actually go into the 13th as part of Zero's arc and talk to one of the Void Sent that was summoned by him, and they are traumatized.
Oh.
Just look that one up, I guess.
Is nowhere safe. Not even the city state. What is happening?
I threw this one in here just because this is an example of like MSQ ones that really get me, like the Endwalker baby. The Endwalker baby that you have to go fetch from the pool.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking that earlier, and then I was like, wait, which Endwalker? Oh.
But I mean, Endwalker was equally as terrible. Like in Shadowbringers, we had people transform into Sin Eaters and other things and blasphemies and that sort of stuff. But in Endwalker, people turning into monsters just for being scared was a terrifying concept. It's like your own fear and anxiety about the future could destroy you in a very visceral sense. And the scenes where people are like legit just getting crushed to death is really shocking for just basic MSQ content.
For which dungeon was it to leading up to that? Gosh, there was like a lot of the fire. It was like when the sky was dark and everything was all flames, like during those cutscenes.
Oh yeah.
Kind of, I forget what the dungeon name is called, but like I even remember one of them that sticks with me is the family that I think it's like the mother turns first, and then like it's like the kids and the father like freaking out, and they all turn, and it's like, oh my god, I have to kill this family now who's just consumed by their fear and turned into a monster after they had watched their mother become a monster. Oh my god, it's so, again, it's like creepy, but I feel like it's more like sad than anything. It's like, oh God,
No, it
it's
is
sad.
because we're traveling through that dungeon at the beginning there with Vitra, who is an ancient dragon, who kind of looks at that happening and is like, no, I can't do this. I can't kill these people. Like, I'm going to nope out right here because I just can't take it. And we're like, okay, I guess we'll go take care of everything.
Yeah. Another point too, I know somebody mentioned the clay pots with the dead children.
Oh yeah, the dead baby dungeon.
Well, also, not to ruin maps for you, but have you looked in the water of the maps from Endwalker? There's a ton of clay pots.
Yeah.
Just saying. I've been told that from my friends, like, oh yeah, we're doing a map party and it's nice, it's fun, and like, remember what's in those pots. I'm like, oh no. Well,
yeah.
golden snow is not so golden anymore. No. No.
No. It is really kind of sad when you think about it. Yeah. A bunch of A ranks too, if you ever want to go exploring into A rank lore, especially in Shadowbringers. Some of them are really unfortunate, like poor Paldia, who was apparently as part of what happened in Ilmeg, which again, like I've stated earlier, was all terrible. Her sister was killed, and she was kind of accused of assisting the wizard that did it, and she was locked away, and she wasn't given any way to write anything down. So in her own blood, she like begged them to just execute her instead of keeping her prisoner, and she wasn't. She was just kept prisoner indefinitely and eventually turned into a monster that you have to go kill in your A rank hunt. So
all a day's work, I guess.
So let us know. Like, I mean, there is so much to mention that we haven't even like hit the tip of the iceberg, but 14 is actually really kind of dark and creepy under the surface. There are things, that I haven't even mentioned. There are there's an NPC in Stormblood, who, if you do the quest, you help them commit suicide. There's it's just everywhere, and the more I look, the more I see it, and I'm like, this game does not hesitate to hit on kind of the heavier topics. It never has. It's never pulled any punches.
Even like giant MSQ moments like Xenos in Stormblood. Like when you're up in the top of the building or whatever it is with like the field of flowers, then he's like, well,
oh God,
bye. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I remember watching that and being like, hello? And then the fact that he got it's like brought back and like it's a thing, and just like, this is taking some dark twisted turns.
And then you think, oh well, they can't top that. And then in Endwalker, you see the Garlean general take care of himself, like pretty much right there, and you're like, oh,
for real.
I guess they can.
Yeah, those are moments too. Like how maybe, since we're on the topic of like kind of spoopy and creepy, the general in Endwalker might be one of the most like spine shivering creepy moments I have. I feel like it's that one. It's Tesleen. Like seeing Tesseline's transformation, like those are two of the most like kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies in the moment, because it was like so dark. Like
yeah. So who knows what is further down the road. They haven't pulled any punches for us, so we'll see what happens next. If we missed one of your favorite spooky moments from 14, let us know in the comments below. which ones we missed and why they might be your favorite or least favorite part of the game. There's just so much. The median jump scare.
Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. There's so many. Yeah. It depends how you think of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you like that kind of creepiness, or if you don't, and then also like what's more creepy to you? Because like to me, it's some of the pivotal, just like really like sharp e-break moments that make you think. But then when we're talking about some of these other ones, it's like, oh, but that's like so sad, and it's like a drawn out thing. Yeah. Is there like one that sticks out in your brain the most, Debbie? Of those lists?
Oh God. I feel like for so many reasons it was the first one we talked about, Etta, because it's kind of like it starts from your very first introduction into the game and is kind of like the cautionary tale of, but for the grace of Heidelin, that could be you. Like every person who's been a conjurer has had the feeling of the tank accidentally being downed because you forgot to heal, or your cooldowns were up, or you ran out of mana, or you were watching YouTube in the background. Like everyone's been there. Everyone's been there. We have the benefit of being able to help people get back up again. Whereas a person in our shoes who couldn't might potentially have lost a loved one and be turned to the dark side. What about you? Which one's your favorite?
Mm-hmm. I still will never get Tesleen out of like the image of Tesleen and like the melting face out of my head. Like that will haunt me forever. And I remember screaming at the monitor in Shadowbringers and being like, what the because it was also so early in the expansion. That was like the first really like slap like e-break moment that I was screaming like, what the F? Like I was just like, I could not believe it. It made me freak out. I was like, I'm gonna need a minute after this. So like that one will forever be like, it wasn't as deep as some of these other ones that we've seen in a sense, but it was like such a jarring experience that I just like, I will have nightmares of Tesleen's face.
Yeah. And that's when we learned they're not going to pull any punches.
No, not even remotely.
Yeah, I haven't even got into the sorrow of Wurtlet. Because that's just all nasty. What they did to those kids. My God. Yeah. Thank you guys for sharing. Keep them coming in the comments below. We might have to do a traumatic moment tier list for Final Fantasy XIV. I somehow feel that that's incoming with all the traumatic moments that we've mentioned. We could probably like rank them on how much therapy we needed after we went through that part of the story. My God.
We'll have to get a licensed therapist to come on stream with us. The viewers as well as us through all the trauma. And if you're a 14 player who's a therapist, let us know in the comments below too, I guess.
Exactly. I guess you could give us a rating from like 1 to 10 how many weeks of therapy Warrior of Light would need after each event or something.
I just realized my best friend is a therapist who plays 14, so low-key.
There you go. This might be a thing. Okay. Well, I hope everyone has a fantastic week. What are you up to between now and next we meet, I suppose?
Now next we meet, a lot of things are happening this week. So of course, I'm doing normal Fru raids with my static. We're teaching, oh gosh, it's such a packed weekend. We're teaching DSR and T on the weekend. So join my Discord if you want to learn how to do an ultimate, even if you've never touched an ultimate in your life. We're teaching all types of players. I'm gonna start signups this weekend, Pilgrim's Traverse on the Discord. So trying to do weekly Pilgrim's Traverse things. Live Letter Friday, and also Friday night I may be co-hosting a glam event. So I've yet to get some of the details, but I'll put those on socials and Twitch when I get it. So it's a packed week. Pretty
Yeah.
packed week. Yeah, a lot of stuff. How about you, Debbie?
Pretty much. So we're going to be looking at doing some Pilgrim's Traverse 70 through 100 clears just to start getting that currency to work towards some of those items like the mount and the framers kits and stuff. Friday is going to be Halloween night map party. Go find those baby urns, I guess. But we'll be dressed up. We'll have a great time. There'll be lots going on. And live letter on Friday morning. So we'll have lots to discuss Friday night, probably in terms of that and what we're looking forward to most about patch 7.4. And then we'll get to continue the conversation on Monday with everyone here and kind of take a boo at what we're expecting over the next few months in Final Fantasy XIV. So thank you so much for being here. I had a really fun night tonight.
Yeah.
Talking about all these terrible things. I love it.
If I'm going to talk about terrible things with anybody, it's at least with the most pleasant person I know. Who's you?
Aw, thanks. So yeah, I had a blast. I hope everyone here had a blast. We enjoy meeting with you every week, this day, this time, to discuss Final Fantasy XIV news. If you would like to catch the next episode, make sure you like and subscribe so it pops up on your feed. But we'll be back and we'll talk more Final Fantasy XIV next week. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Take care, love yourself as much as you love others, and we'll see you in game. Bye!
Bye. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween!
Ooh.